guys, and welcome to my review of chapter 855 of One Piece. Don't know why I clapped so much in the beginning. But yeah, this chapter was good. It was funny. It gave information and it just got us somewhere. Good chapter. We have Bobbin in the beginning being introduced with bounty and like his name, you know, Bobbin the Fixer, which makes me think of Bob the Builder. Is there like is that supposed to be a reference? Is Bob the Builder even the name? I don't know. I only watched the Danish version. But apparently he's like Big Mom Pirate Soldier the Bishop. So we have bishops, knights, pawns, the Queen, which I'm guessing is Big Mom, missing other things like the king, if there is a king, because who would that be? All her 33 lovers. Pound, who has mysteriously disappeared and hasn't been in the story for 20 chapters and we just don't know what the fuck is up with him. I don't know. I'm really interested in Pound actually. Like, he just disappeared and never came back, and I feel like that was intentional. He's suspicious now. But it appears that Bobbin has some kind of hypnosis powers when he does the boing and people will fall asleep. I don't think that's the extent of his power, but for now that's what we know. And he's also really creepy, because when he said, "I will fix this," I just got the, "oh my god, he's gonna kill me" vibe. So yeah, I really want to see more of Bobbin because he seems so mysterious and his bounty seems to be not reflect his power at all. I feel like we're in a Sanji situation where it's just like, yeah, we don't really know how strong he is, so you know. And I think that seems to be the thing with Big Mom Pirates. They seem to be severely underestimated most of the times. Like with Cracker, he even said like, "the Marines don't even know my real power, so my bounty might not even reflect my." So I think that's like a thing with these Yonko people, that the Marines don't really know how strong they really are, because it's not like they fight them on a regular basis. They usually try to stay out of their business because they're like one of the power structures in the world, and like, why would they start a war with one of the Yonko? Like, Whitebeard was that one exception because of Ace, and taking down Whitebeard was like a good like message, and there were a lot of things that contributed to actually starting a war with Whitebeard, like the Roger thing and stuff. So but yeah, I feel like that's a general thing, that the Marines have just no clue how strong these people are, and I think Oda is also making us underestimate them just a little bit. But yeah, I'm really interested to see more Bobbin. I think he's gonna be fun to figure out. So other than that, we have basically two storylines going on. We have Sanji trying to find Luffy, which I'll talk about that lastly, and then we have Nami's group trying to get Brook back from Big Mom, because she is now sleeping and holding Brook like a teddy bear. And they're just like, okay, we have to save Brook now, because this is just not good. And they try several times and they just fail several times, and they just, Prometheus, Susan, Big Mom, and her hat, I guess, annihilate a fly and set the floor on fire and don't really care. That was just a mess and so funny. That whole sequence was just the funniest thing. But they eventually get Brook, and he very casually informs them that, yeah, well, I have the poneglyphs. I'm just good like that, which, I mean, we all guessed that he would have them, and we all guessed they're gonna be inside his skull. But the faces that the strawhats, or the Nami, Carrot, Pedro, I don't think Jimmy was there, but the faces that they made were just like, you have the rubbings? Everything with Brook was just like amazing, because he injured Prometheus, he got the rubbings of the poneglyphs without anyone noticing, and now Brule and the chimney guy knows, but they can't do shit because they're Chopper's prisoners. I mean, Brook is just pretty awesome. Brook, I mean, yes boy, I love you. So that was really good because as I think it's Nami who says that, like, now they only have one objective left, and that is to get Sanji back. And by the end of the chapter, him and Luffy reunite, and that's just... And here's the thing, to everyone who were like, oh, Sanji has no faith in Luffy, let me remind you that Sanji saw the army that was headed towards Nami and Luffy, and he heard from one of Big Mom's soldiers that they had been taken out and been taken prisoner, yet Sanji still believed that Luffy would be waiting for him in the spot where he had promised him he would meet him. If that's not faith, then you won't find faith in this world. Damn, guys, I love this so much. Sanji has faith in Luffy. Bottom line, I'm not even gonna discuss this with you, like, use your eyes, use your logic. That was perfect. Oh my god. Sanji's face when he found Luffy was the best thing ever. The smile, the tears, the relief in his face, all the feels. Oh my god. I could honestly look at that all day and I would never tire of looking at it. Perfect. Amazing. The best way to end this chapter. Also, as I said in my live reaction, the journey that Sanji had of like going from the castle to Luffy in the rain and then with the dog trying to eat his food was the exact same thing we saw when Sanji as a child went from like the main castle thing into the rain, got attacked by a dog with the food he had made from his mother and then gave it to her. I mean, that was just like so cute and the best parallel, and Sanji's the cutest, what the heck? Yes, I will protect him to my dying day. I love Sanji so much. He's the best. What the heck? But this kind of just leaves us with the question, where do we go now? Because the Straw Hats have at this point achieved what they came to achieve. They have the poneglyphs, they have Sanji, basically. That's it, and all the people that they need are there. Like, they came with Peckham's, but Peckham's is technically a Big Mom pirate, so... And it's not like they know what Capone did to him. And the thing is, because we know that the things will go wrong, we will end up at the wedding, stuff will happen, and it's just about like, what would the Straw Hats do? Will they be like, okay, we need to save Reiju, we want to save Peckham's, we need Caesar for something. I mean, because they're still players that haven't done anything since the beginning of the arc. Capone, Caesar, Pound, what's his name? Peckham's. Like, these characters we haven't seen since the beginning of the arc, and we have like characters who are definitely gonna do something, like Bobbin, Peros, Smoothie, the third commander, other people. Like, there are characters that, yeah, and we need to find out what's gonna happen to Oprah when people inevitably find out that, oh my god, Jinbei helped the Straw Hats escape and everything is just in ruins, because they also helped a lot of other prisoners just escape and now they're going wild and Oprah is definitely in some deep shit. So there's just a lot of unresolved things that don't necessarily have anything to do with the Straw Hats, but they're probably gonna get involved somehow. But the good part is that they're all together now, almost. I mean, Sanji and Luffy are pretty much off doing their own thing with no mirrors around them, but Sanji did run out of the castle and the mirrors probably saw him at some point, so maybe they know where he went, maybe they're gonna converse with Reiju, who the fuck knows. But I do believe that they will end up together somehow, because I feel like Chopper's group is basically like, okay, let's get everyone together and figure out what to do next. Because they can't use the mirrors as their escape, because while the mirrors can't take them to everywhere in the world, they only work on Whole Cake Island. They can get to the edge of Whole Cake Island and then to the Sunny and then phew, bye. But again, so many unresolved things. We need someone, hopefully Sanji, to just kick Michi in the face. We need Judge to be kicked in the face. We need someone to take out Pudding because we all want to slap her. We need someone to do something about Capone. We need someone to do something about every single thing that's just like, huh. And we need to figure out what's going to happen to the Beansmokes, we need to figure out what's going to happen to Reiju, we need to figure out what's going to happen with Caesar, because he's definitely not done with this whole story, and he will be killed by Big Mom if he doesn't finish the drug, which he won't because he has no clue how to make that, so congrats, Caesar. So yeah, there's just so many unresolved things, and we'll probably still have that wedding somehow. Don't know how that will work out now that Sanji is basically like, yeah, fuck this, I'm a Straw Hat, not anything else. But yeah, that'll be interesting. I think I've not talked for too long now, so let's just like stop here. Yeah, the review next week will be a little late as someone requested that I do, so because I'm on holiday. If you didn't catch that from any of my other videos where I said that, I'm on holiday, so the review will be out next Saturday, Sunday, whenever I get home. I'm not really sure when I get home. So yeah, that's a thing. Don't think I'm dead if I don't upload anything. But yeah, that should be it. So if you like anything I had to shout out, you can leave a thumbs up. Leave in the comments below what you thought of this chapter and what you think the role of all of these players I just mentioned will be, and possibly people I forgot about. And you can subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, bye!